students, class 12, surface chemistry chapter is going on. So in surface chemistry today my topic is colloids. Before colloids, certain topics are there which are not there in the syllabus this year. CBSE has deleted the portion catalyst, heterogeneous, homogeneous catalyst, all those things. So directly I am coming to colloids. It is a very easy portion. You have learned in class 9 also. Try to recall that. What are colloids or what are colloidal solution? A colloid is a homogeneous system in which one substance is dispersed as very fine particles in another substance, that is called dispersion medium. Colloid is a type of solution, true solution is a type of solution, colloid is a type of solution, and another one is suspension. The size of the particles vary according to name. That is, in true solution the size of the solute particles are too small which cannot be seen by naked eyes. The size of colloid particles are in between the size of the true solution and suspension. And actually what happens in colloid, the particles of solute are dispersed uniformly in the medium. So a substance is dispersed as fine particle in another substance. That means the solvent here is known as dispersion medium. Solvent is the dispersion medium and solute is the dispersed phase. Once again I am saying a colloid is a homogeneous system. That means it is a mixture which is homogeneous in nature, mixed uniformly, in which one substance is dispersed as fine particles in another substance, that is called dispersion medium. A range of diameter of colloidal particle that you have to remember, it is in between 1 to 1000 nanometer. Now nanometer means what? 10 to the power minus 9 meter. That is called nanometer. 1 to 1000 nanometer. This is the range of the diameter of the colloidal particles. Okay. Colloids can be classified on the following basis. So all classification I am going to say you. So on what principle the classification is based on? First one, physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. This is the first way of classifying colloid, which is based on physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Second one is nature of interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. What kind of interaction occurs between the molecules of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. And third one is type of particles of the dispersed phase. In the dispersed phase, what kind of particles are present? So now I am going to show you each one of these in detail, that is how to classify the colloidal particles. Okay. Now the first classification of colloid, that is based on the dispersion phase and dispersed media, about their physical state. Based on the physical state, they can be categorized in the following categories. If the dispersed phase is solid and dispersion medium is solid. Dispersion medium means this is solvent and this is solute. Solvent and solute both are solid. That kind of colloid is known as solid sol. Example, some colored glass and gemstones. Gemstones you might have seen, that is actually a mixture. It is a colloidal mixture. Second is dispersed phase is solid. That means solute is solid and dispersion medium is liquid. That is called sol. Sol word came from solution. From there the word came as sol. Example, paint, cell fluids, etc. In the paint, the colloidal particles are present in as dispersed phase. Next is dispersed phase is solid, dispersion medium is gas. In gas, solid is dissolved. So type of colloid name is aerosol. Example is smoke and dust. Then dispersed phase is liquid, dispersion medium is solid. That means in the solid, liquid particles are present in dispersed way. Type of colloid, that is name of the colloid is gel. Example is cheese, butter, jellies, etc. Then next is liquid. Dispersed phase is liquid, dispersion medium is also liquid. Both are liquid. This kind of colloid is known as emulsion. Example of emulsion, milk, hair cream. Milk is a type of colloidal solution and that is also known as emulsion. Next one, dispersed phase is liquid, dispersion medium is gas. That means in gas, liquid is dispersed. This is known as aerosol. So this is also aerosol, this one is also aerosol. The difference is here the dispersed phase is solid, but here the dispersed phase is liquid. Example is fog, mist, cloud, etc. So two different aerosols are there. You have to know about each aerosol. Next is dispersed phase is gas, dispersion medium is solid. And this kind of colloidal solution is known as solid salt. Example is pumic stone, foam rubber. Pumic stone you might have seen in your house, that is used to scratch out your dead skin. Next is gas. Gas is dispersed phase and liquid is dispersion medium. That means in liquid gas particles are present in dispersed form. Type of colloid name is foam and example is whipped cream, soap, lather, etc. So this table you have to learn. It is there in your NCERT book also. This table, all examples along with the name of the type of colloid. And suppose you are going to get 1 marks question that in emulsion, what is the dispersion medium and what is the dispersed phase, and give example. So in this way you have to remember. So this is classification of colloid based on the first basis, that is on the physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Now the next two classification. Now the second classification of colloid. Second classification of colloid based upon the interaction of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. According to that, we can classify colloid as lyophilic colloid and lyophobic colloid. So this name suggests, you have learned in class 10 regarding soap formation. So lyophilic means solution loving colloid, and lyophobic means, that means liquid loving colloid, and this one is liquid hating colloid. This colloid, it likes liquid solvent. The mixture is in a very proper form. It is very readily formed. Example is gum, gelatin, etc. So liquid loving colloid is lyophobic colloid. Liquid hating colloid is lyophobic. Sorry, this one is philic. Philic means liquid loving and phobic means liquid hating. Liquid hating colloid is lyophobic colloid. Example, metal sulfates when mixed in oil, they are not going to mix properly or easily. It takes time to mix. At a particular temperature it mix, that also with time it needed, because it doesn't love the liquid, it hates the liquid, that's why. Third classification is based on the particle size and how they are going to interact with each other. So according to that, three classifications are there. Number one, multimolecular colloids. Multimolecular colloids in which the solute, that means colloidal particles, are very small in size. Actually the particle size is less than 1 nanometer, but those particles are going to join together to form a big particle. In colloid, when they are present in the form of multi-molecule. That means various molecules combine together to form multi-molecule and they are the particles. So that kind of colloid is known as multimolecular colloid, where each molecule may be of less than 1 nanometer size, but separate molecules combine together to form a big particle. One example is gold sol. Another example is sulfur molecule. As we know that sulfur is present in the form of S8. Several S8 combine together together to form a big particle, and they are present as colloid particles. So this is first classification. Second one is macromolecular colloid. Here the particle size of the colloid are perfect. Whatever is needed, that is in between 1 to 1000 nanometer. The colloids are of perfect size and they are present properly in a dispersed way. Example is starch and cellulose. That is, this is the actual colloid. There is no problem. Third one, associated colloid. Now associated colloid is having certain properties and certain terms are related with associated colloid. At low concentration, they behave as normal strong electrolytes. When the concentration of the colloidal particle is very less, at that time they behave as normal strong electrolyte. They doesn't behave like colloids. But at higher concentration, they exhibit colloidal behavior. So this kind of colloidal solution is known as associated colloid. So it behaves as low electrolyte behave as an electrolyte at low concentration, and at higher concentration they exhibit the properties of colloids. The aggregate particle formed are called micelles. That is, when the concentration is more, then the different particles join together to form a particular structure, and that structure is known as micelle. In class 10 you have learned about micelle formation by soap molecules. Okay. So this formation occurs at a particular temperature and at a particular concentration. So the particular temperature at which the micelle formation occurs, that temperature is known as Kraft temperature. Very important, and it is denoted as Tk. The particular temperature at which micelle formation occurs, that temperature is known as Kraft temperature, and that is denoted as Tk. And at the particular concentration the micelle formation occurs, that concentration is known as CMC. CMC means critical micelle concentration. The particular concentration at which this associate colloid form micelle, that is known as CMC, and full form of CMC is critical micelle concentration. An example of this is soap and detergent. Soap and detergent form this kind of aggregate colloidal particles, and they form micelle also. So today's topic I have completed. I gave you the classification of colloid based on 3 different properties. So this is important for your exam point of view.